So, me being an anime otaku myself, there's one thing that you could say that will literally piss all of us off at once. Anime is for kids. We all hate this sentence, and that's because how can you say something like this? Be compared to a kid show like this. Here on today's episode, we're going to be talking all about thriller, air quotations. And the only reason why I put air quotations over this is because for some reason, no one knows what a real thriller is, compared to the definition Google gives us. But we will be showing you animes that will constantly have you on the edge of your seats, as me and Austin give you the top thriller animes you should consider watching during these troubling times. Proving that yes, some animes are great for kids to watch, but also prove that anime is also made for older viewers, being more capable to make the hairs on your neck stand up in chills. And I'm gonna give y'all a warning now before anybody even tries to come at me, but there will be spoilers inside this episode. But spoilers that will also help you understand why these animes are so amazing. So completely your choice. So since now we got that out of the way, let's begin. And one more thing before you click off, because I know this video is kind of long for some new viewers, but here you go. Timestamps for each anime we're going to talk about today. So you could just jump into the anime that you're interested in. Now we can begin.
Okay, so anime fan or not, you have had to have heard of this anime. It's called Shingeki no Kyojin, or translates to Attack on Titan. This anime is set in a world where the human population has to set up civilization behind walls stories high to keep them safe from humanity's threats to extinction, the Titans. These are large humanoid monsters that feed on people mindlessly and horrifically. Without any major activity for 100 years, humanity has lived at peace, going on about their lives, until one day, a sight that's never been seen before appears. A Titan that towers over the walls comes out of thin air and proceeds to make a huge hole at the bottom of the wall. With the town in panic and anguish comes our main characters of the story, Eren, Armin, and Mikasa. We follow Eren and Mikasa as they go rushing to find Eren's mother, only to find her under collapsed rubble from their house. As they try to lift up the rubble, Eren's mom realizes that the Titans have breached the walls. And without a second thought, she tells Eren and Mikasa they need to leave ASAP. Although Eren's mom is stuck under the rubble, her eyes are glowing. It's as if she's seeing life flash right before her eyes, with no hope to survive, and her memories of the peaceful times literally moments ago pass by. As Eren and Mikasa make their escape, Eren's mom is picked up by a menacing Titan and snapped in half like a pasta noodle. With the clear face of fear from Mikasa and Eren as they're unable to take action on the tragedy in front of them, the Titan then takes a dramatic bite out of Eren's mother, and we see her blood gush all in the air, all over the area. And that sight scars Eren for the rest of his life. Now, this anime is a must-watch for everyone, and I mean everyone. This anime has it all. It has a riveting soundtrack, crisp and clean animation, and its rich and explicit storytelling and world building. The soundtrack just makes every scene really hit hard, and that's due to the fact that its holy vocals and orchestra just intensifies the most tragic scenes to the most epic scenes. And I know that this is a piece of fiction, but it just focuses on every aspect of what a world is, and it just makes it feel so real. Episodes can range from political views differentiating from the social classes, corruption in the military force, and even how the tragic events that go on in the world impacts the daily lives of those just trying to get by. Okay, so all I'm saying is if you want something that'll keep you at the edge of the seat to the point where you're just about to fall off, then Attack on Titan is the anime for you, for sure.
Alright, no BS this time, but I'm gonna just give it to you straight. Promise to Neverland is an anime that I also put on a very high pedestal. Like I can't even fraud. It's a slap. I gotta say, it is a slap. With it being one of the first animes that actually gave me chills at some part of the series. Promise to Neverland being the new anime on the block coming out only last year, it already began turning heads inside the anime world. With his new original idea of a thriller where the anime takes place inside a seemingly ordinary orphanage, housing parentless kids. At this orphanage, we meet our three main characters, Emma, Norman, and Ray. With them being the oldest of the orphanage and also the most gifted, everyone in the orphanage already looks up to them. Throughout their days at the orphanage, they are also taken care of by their caretaker, Sister Crone, who everyone loves, letting the kids in the orphanage live out their lives where there only being one rule, which is to never leave the orphanage. The reason why this rule exists was to keep the kids from finding out that they are just cattle being raised. They are food. Literal food. For whatever this thing is. And I can't even lie, but seeing this scene really gave me nightmares. But now knowing that they are just cattle for food, Emma, Norman, and Ray must find a way out and escape the orphanage, saving all their brothers and sisters from the person that they thought they could trust, their own mother. I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong about this, but this is the one anime where its story was completely original. A story that I could have never thought of. Not even that, a story straight out of my nightmares. And if you want to call that a show for kids, this show right here, then that means it's definitely something seriously wrong with you, and I should be scared of you myself. Like, just don't even try to watch anime at that point. Like, you're just in straight up denial. And the part that was so breathtaking about this anime is that watching these three kids find a way to escape and outsmart the person that been watching them ever since they was babies, it's so fascinating to see how far they'll go. And to also see how they react to new problems coming up before them. Like how they can avoid getting caught, or also who can they actually trust inside the orphanage. Like, one of the characters literally cut off their ear, bro. A freaking ear. Just to escape.
Don't fuck with me! I have the power of God and anime on my side!
Shall we begin?
Shut the fuck up! No one cares about your robot fanfiction!
Alright, so this anime right here is what I consider an all-time classic, and I believe anyone can enjoy this one. It's called Death Note. So here's the premise. One day, a god of death, or better known as a Shinigami, was bored and wanted to conduct an experiment. What would happen if he dropped his Death Note, which is a book these gods use to kill people any way that's possible, and I mean any way, dropped his book into the human world? So our main character, Light Yagami, an intellectual high school student who just lives a normal life, finds it on school grounds one day and decides to pick it up. After investigating the rules hidden in the book, he decides to use it on a criminal because I guess he believes they don't deserve a second chance, and what would society lose from a death of a criminal? Now this show really puts the viewer at a position where we don't know who's really the protagonist or the antagonist of this anime, because when you think about it, both perspectives could be understood in a way. Now the rivalry between Light and L, who's an intellectual prodigy, is just such a treat to watch with all the events that unfold between them, each having such intricate details about them that just makes you truly agree that these guys are geniuses. And to be honest, Light and L have probably one of the best rivalries in anime. These two are masters of logic and predicting. L is trying to find out if Light is a murderer, and Light is ultimately trying to hide the fact that he is and continue his actions of so-called justice. They both just go back to back on a logical warfare, leaving the viewer so invested to see who's the first to make a mistake and fail to achieve their goal.
An eye for an eye, my friend.
Now, when I watch anime, I always watch them in sub. But back then, I watched Death Note in English dub because that's just what I did when I first started watching anime. And all I gotta say is, since this is an older anime, English dub was in its prime, where the voices actually sound good and fit the character that they're trying to portray. And the performances were just top notch. I would still watch some random episodes today and totally enjoy them. Whilst English dub nowadays kinda just sound like the same 10 cringy people that just doesn't feel like they're giving it their all.
When will you learn? When will you learn? That your actions have consequences!
And they definitely do not sound like the character that they're supposed to be. So if you're looking for a classic anime with a crime/investigation plot and one of the best rivalries in anime, then Death Note is for you. And PSA, do not watch, and I repeat, do not watch the Death Note live action on Netflix. That is pure garbage, okay? It is the most cringiest adaptation of anything ever. I mean, you could watch it to have some laughs, but please just go in with no expectations.
Okay, Parasite. I'm not even going to lie, but this anime is one of my top faves. And I put it on a high pedestal, probably like top 5. This anime literally checks off everything that I want inside of anime. Good animation, good writing, drama, underdog story, and the most important part, romance. Especially, the one where the guy actually gets the girl. This anime takes place on Earth, where parasitic aliens have landed, having them crawl into vulnerable human brains to be completely taking over whoever they inhabit. When inside a human, they are able to change their form, almost at will, being able to hide inside plain sight, waiting for their prey. Kind of like, the movie Thing. We then see our main protagonist, a 16-year-old high school student named Shinichi, who was lucky enough to avoid getting his body taken over by the parasite, only having it to be trapped inside his right arm.
Hey, Peter. I've just been, checking out some of that internet porn.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and check my mail over there.
You been lifting weights?
No. No, I don't think. No. I'm sorry, Peter. I gotta get back.
But to now have to live his life with the alien trapped inside his arm, the parasite names himself Miki, forcing them two to have a symbiotic relationship as they both need each other to survive, fighting potential threats from other rival parasites. And the reason why I love this anime is because it takes you on a complete roller coaster. as to also make you ask questions to yourself, like what actually makes us human, or what deems a human good or bad. This anime always keeps us on the edge, as the show makes sure we trust no one during the invasion, with it also having a lot of feel-good moments inside the show, as we see Shinichi and Migi learn to live with each other, doing anything for survival and protecting their loved ones. And to be honest, this anime legitly pulls at your heartstrings. Like, as soon as you hear that piano music like this, hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching and supporting our channel. If you like what you see, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to be the first one to know when our next video is up, make sure you push that notification button. And to also follow us on Instagram. Manny P, signing out. Peace.